Hello, welcome back to the Ask Dr. Be Good show, where we try to paint a positive picture of the neat things that are going on in public education. And one of those things that we don't get to talk about much is the sports program. And so we're going to rectify that, and we're going to spend our podcast time today talking to our athletic director and a couple of our players about the sports program that we have going on at Legacy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce who we have here today.
Hello, my name is Sheldon Denson.
I'm Jacory Allen.
And what school are you and what grade, please?
I'm in the 12th grade. I'm at Legacy Preparatory Charter Academy.
I'm Johnny Sandoval. I'm in 12th grade, and I go to Legacy Preparatory Charter Academy
In Mesquite.
in Mesquite.
Okay, so now we know who we have. And so, Coach Denson, would you talk a little bit about first the basic PE requirements before we get to the good stuff?
All right.
The sports teams and such. Let's talk about the PE requirements.
Basically, the PE requirements have one per year credit of PE. They have to have 30 minutes of their time in PE in their class time out of each class.
For what grades?
K through 8. Also extended to K through 12.
Okay, so the state says that our K-8 kids have to have at least 30 minutes of PE every day.
Yes, correct.
And then in high school, what do they have to have?
They can have 30 minutes of their time too, but total of minutes is 135 minutes per week.
Per week. So we are at Legacy, are we going over that?
We are close to that. We are close to that every day. We have an hour up to hour and 30 minutes a day with each classroom, right? So we are exceeding over that.
Right. And so talk a little bit about what we do during our PE time.
At the PE time, what we do, we have a 5-minute run each. We have lines formations. Each line run 3 minutes per that time. And then we come in and do our line extendeds. Meaning jumping jacks, push-ups, bear crawls, we do slides. Then we get in our activity for the day, meaning that we will do some typical of running style for 5 or 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay. So we try to keep it really physical.
Yes, we try to do. It's basically to burn fat as well.
It is unfortunate, but oftentimes that PE time is the only time most of our kids are doing something athletic.
Very true, very true. Unless they are in athletics after school hours.
So how do we change it up in PE to keep it interesting and keep kids engaged?
This daily age, we have to do what's best for the kid, but also fun for the kid. So what I try to make everything is fun and basic, and it's easy for them to do. Most kids don't like running, but I try to get an incentive for them to run.
Okay. And you're right about that running thing. I can't get adults to walk with me. Less kids running. Now, the state of Texas also has a wellness test or a PE test?
Yes, it's called a fitness gram. We do that at the end of the year, but we do a segment of tests for that during the year. It consists of push-ups, running 1 mile, sit-ups, curl-ups, that form of nature. They have to do it in a time manner once we do it. And we do that at the beginning of the year, and we did it before, I believe, before we came out for the break. And then the actual test is after start test.
Okay. Are we making a difference with kids as far as PE, do you think?
Yes, we are. Because the PE teachers that I have right now and myself, we make it fun. We make it enjoyable for them to do. We try to give them basic tools they can do at home if they do it at home. More like you can get a jump rope daily and do jump ropes, and we do 10 jump ropes a day for them. So I think we are making some time for them to do that.
I know when I was principal the first 2 or 3 years, I can't remember now, of Legacy's beginning, I actually saw elementary kids get leaner, every year because they were, we were asking them to move more. And that was very satisfying to see. So I know that when I started Legacy the very first year, by the middle of the very first year, I had people, teachers coming to me and wanting me to start the sports program. And I had said to them, well, if we can get, our schools under control, if we have good openings by January,
Yes.
we'll contact the Texas Charter and Academic and Athletic League, and they worked hard, and we did actually start by the middle of our very first year. We started sports teams. So can you talk a little bit about the Texas Charter School Academic and Athletic League and how that helps us with our organized sports program?
Yes. Our Texas Charter School League play I believe, is a great asset for our kids because if we was in a regular school setting, UIL, and right now you have to make the team, try to make a team. Here you can be a part of something that you allow yourself to do, meaning like we have tons of kids that probably never thought they could play volleyball, soccer, basketball, any sports. But here we get them the opportunity to excel, and we get a growth to them. And I believe that as coaches, we change their lives, and they being great about it.
So ever since that first year, we have been pretty diligent, especially in our Dallas and Mesquite schools. And I want to remind people that have forgotten or didn't know that we used to have 3 schools, one in Dallas, one in Mesquite, and one in Richardson. By the start of our 3rd year, we had moved the Richardson school to Plano, and by the start of our 4th year, we had moved the Dallas and Mesquite schools that were in churches to the current building. So we have very definitely, especially in the Mesquite location, been fielding sports teams every season. So, Johnny, talk a little bit about what sports are we playing at Legacy?
Well, in the beginning of the year, we start off with volleyball and football. And that would be from August to around November. And November through February is our basketball season, which is our longest sport of the year. And then after that, soccer and track, they merge together as in the time periods.
And now we've been pretty successful at Mesquite, the Dallas and Mesquite locations. We've gone to state many times.
Yes.
Judging by all the trophies that we have in there.
Yeah.
And Jacoris, have you been part of a winning team?
Well, ever since I've been in school at Legacy, I really didn't get a chance to play my whole season at basketball due to my grades, or I wasn't taking it serious. But this year, we made it to the playoffs, and our record was about 13-3 for basketball. We had a pretty good season, so yes, this is a winning team to me.
And what made a difference this year for you?
My coach, he pushed me since the day he got there. He believed in me. And some coaches I didn't have that trust in me like he have.
Okay. So I can sense that our sports program is making a difference in kids. What have you seen, Coach Denson?
Yes, I've seen a lot, and I'm a firm believer into making change with kids. My philosophy, I cannot do that. It's no longer available. You can if you believe yourself. And that's what I've been trying to put in these kids. I'm also structured on grades. Grades is the biggest part of my life first. First is grades, then it becomes the athlete. And with my athletes down, and they take that on to their same role.
So I heard you say something when we were doing our pre-talk that I don't know that our previous ADs have done, and that is college recruitment. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, what I'm doing right now is when I first came on to Legacy, my goal is to get not every athlete, but athlete that has potential to make it to the next level to achieve their goal. And that's what I'm doing. These 2 young men that I have next to me right now, they are doing that. And I have colleges contact me about these 2, about playing on the next level on scholarship basis.
So where do the college recruiters see them play?
They come to our games, and the Texas Charter School play. They came to the games, or it's just easy word by mouth. And by me being professional, playing ball in my years of days that came, they trust my word, and they also came and saw me play.
Well, that's exciting. So can you talk about what colleges are coming and what are some of the opportunities these young men have?
Yes. So far, there's 3 junior colleges that came to watch them be competitive on the court, and also they are also looking at their grades. Brookhaven Junior College is one. Eastville out of Mesquite, Texas is one also, and Dallas Christian College.
Wow, that is new for us. That's exciting. Thank you for taking it to the next level.
Thank you.
Coach.
Thank you.
So I heard you talk in for a little bit, but you want to talk a little bit about the no pass, no play rule.
Yes, the no pass, no play is where kids didn't meet their goal, to come play a sport. Right here at our athletic department right now, you have to pass with a 70. That will get you inside of sports. But as I teach my kids, they need to have a 75 and above to play. But 70 is the cutoff point for them to play.
And you're serious about that.
I'm very serious about that.
And the kids have learned that.
Yes, ma'am, they have.
So it sounds like we have some new believers in that. When we talk about scholarship opportunities, what are we talking about? Does that mean that some of their college, all of their college would be paid for?
It depends on what the coaches looking for in type of a player they are. My job is to make sure they get a full scholarship or get a partial scholarship, and then what we call is a Pell Grant. It will take over the balance of the remainder of their schooling. My goal is to get them in school, not paying it costly by anything, but I want them to succeed. Like I told my athletes, once I get you in school, then you're on your own. But my goal and the eye is to have them on a full scholarship.
Okay. And so how are you working towards that, Johnny?
Well, I'm going to practice every day. Well, when coach has our practices, I go to. I don't miss no practices. We have to stay conditioned in order to run it up and down the court. You know, we have to make all free throws. Everything is like very crucial in the situation we might be in a game situation. And then the coaches are just looking at the little things. The little things we do in the court is just might be the big impact for the coach to see.
Have you seen a change in your friends?
My friends on the court, or
Yeah. Well, your friends that are athletes with you.
Oh, of course, big time. We've grown a bond that's like we're brothers now. You know, it's a connection that won't be broken.
And so are you all looking like possibly going to the same school, or you're hoping you get scholarships together?
Yeah, that would be amazing if we do get scholarships together.
But even if you just stay in town, you can still.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, Jacourse, have your parents noticed the difference?
Yes, they have. My mom and dad, they normally didn't come to my games, but ever since Coach got at Legacy, they've been coming to my games, and they see a big difference in me and my attitude. I mean, I have a bad attitude, but Coach worked with me, and he always talked about discipline. So I had to discipline myself, not only on the court, but outside of the court, too.
So, Coach, am I hearing you require parents to come to games?
Yes. No, but
It's just nice.
it's nice for them to see their daughter or son on a platform where they thought, hey, my son or daughter couldn't do this. And like I was stated before, can't is not in my vocabulary at all. It's not. So I love the parents or any guide makers to see their kids play and perform well on and off the court. It's just not with me. It's just not with me sitting on the court or on the field. It's more absence on the school point of it.
Well, and thank you for helping us with the parent relationship. That's a huge piece. And, parents get busy and raising kids, going to work. We live in busy times.
Mm-hmm.
And so helping parents remember that taking time to watch a game can be very relaxing actually for them and help with their relationship with their kids. So can you talk a little bit about what's happening in Plano? I don't want to leave Plano out. You're the AD for the district, the athletic director for the
Yes.
district. And so what is Plano doing?
Plano right now is getting involved with soccer. We didn't have a lot of participation for basketball, but soccer is big there, and I believe since before I came here, it was big, and that they was winning, and still my goal is to still win. The same sort as the grades too. Everything is on the same line across the board with everything that we do as a team, and I love to collaborate with all our coaches and yourself as well.
And you're right, Plano is about a third of the size of Mesquite, and so being able to field a team can be challenging there. But it's good to hear that they have a soccer team. I think they have kids who are returning.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so
They have a lot of kids that are returning. They will have a full set of girl team and a full set of a boy team as well.
That's good to know.
They will.
And so, where do these games take place? Where do the
this year we'll be playing downtown Dallas.
Well,
they
that's
have
a lot
soccer.
closer.
It's closer, but it's there in Dallas or in Seagoville. That's where we at the Premier Field. Those are the two sports that we will go. Two fields that we will be playing at.
Now we're lucky in that we have a gym that's tournament size for basketball and for volleyball. The new high school will have a volleyball tournament size.
Yes.
So we'll be able to at least host games there.
Yeah, in tournaments.
And because the Seagoville location is far for our Plano parents.
Yes.
So at least downtown's not quite as far. I don't think.
It's not that far. Actually, it's only from Plano at least 12 to 13 minutes to get there if you're not going in traffic.
Well, that T word, yeah, traffic. Oof. So we have come towards the end of the podcast where we ask me a question. This is called the Ask Dr. Be Good show. And so take a minute to think, is there something that you want to ask me? It can be about sports or our sports program, or it can be about something else.
What I do want to ask is would it be easier to do a transformation to go UIL or just to stay into charter school play?
That's a really good question. The UIL program is very rigid, has lots of rules, and I believe there's some boundary issues with kids.
It is.
So here's what we can do. Once the high school opens, maybe, and the high school is supposed to open in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we hope, if the city of Mesquite and all the stars align. And we get the high school opened, we settle in there, and we can start thinking of the future. That might be something to talk about this summer.
Yes.
And what are the implications of going UIL? We do have some of the larger charters, the more established charters, who have gone UIL. And so we wouldn't be the first. We certainly would be able to go to them and ask questions and have them mentor us through it or something. So if we have a program that's ready to go to the next step, well then, I'm happy to do that. Especially if we have somebody like you who's willing to man it and to keep our teams fielded.
Yeah, that's the goal that I am seeking towards, and I have a lot of friends or colleagues that I speak to on a daily basis about doing things that can help the school out and be a motivator for each kid that's come in, and things that I want to do at this school. But one thing I do want to do is bring in the kids that's with grade sense, determination, and an open mind. And once you have those, the goal is it can be raised. It can be raised.
And certainly any good program, whether instructional or sports program, has to be sponsored by somebody willing to do the work.
Yes.
And so, what I've noticed with some of the things that we would like to do for our kids, let's say chess club. I'll pick on chess club. It's hard having chess club after school when you can't find a chess a teacher who will sponsor it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so we're lucky in Plano to have a chess club, but we don't have one in Mesquite, for example. So anytime you have somebody with the passion and the energy and the willingness to take on the work, great things happen. And we not only don't stand in the way, but we add resources where we can.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I can say that I've shown that willingness.
You have.
So thank you, sir. Jacoris?
Oh, ma'am, I don't have no question right now.
I may be coming back to you. Let's see. Keep thinking.
All right.
Johnny?
What would your opinion be on a student versus staff game?
So
Yeah.
here's my background information on that. When I was principal in Dallas, we had I think it was a volleyball game. It may have been a basketball game. It was co-ed with students, and one of the teachers ended up getting hurt.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so the teacher was then out, and so it sort of made me a little bit leery to do that. I'd be more willing probably to have a volleyball game. I think that's a little bit safer
Mm-hmm.
than maybe basketball. But as long as people could sort of show me that they were going to really play as safely as possible. Talk to me off the air about that.
Yeah, that's a big question. That is a big question.
And that sounds like a lot of fun. I understand that. I just need people to stay safe.
Of course.
Yeah. So, all right, Jacoris.
Well, that was one of my questions, that was a good question. That was on my mind. I mean, our school is really, to me, is a basketball school and a volleyball school. So hopefully you can change your mind about that.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. For us seniors, we really want that to happen. So hopefully you can change your mind about it.
I would guess that the seniors would beat the
Oh, yeah, no
Of
doubt.
course.
No doubt.
because you guys are conditioned
Yeah,
athletes against
no doubt.
teachers.
Yes,
It's almost not fair.
no doubt.
It's not fair at all. That would be fair.
But anyway, I'll consider it because it sounds like a fun night. And I think we did something. Didn't we do a volleyball one last year with a lot of the Spaniards?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And that was a blast.
It's good.
So, I'm open to that. Anything that we can do to make it fun and have our staffs engaged, our kids engaged, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Of course.
So, all right, gentlemen. Well, I thank you for talking to us about our sports program at Legacy. I can tell that it's made a difference over the years. It sounds like by bringing Coach Denson, it's made an even bigger difference, and we thank you for that,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you for that.
We want to encourage you guys to keep on. You don't have really much time left. And I know in your world, February, March, April, May, 4 months sounds like a long time, but it's just, you're almost
Bye-bye.
done. Thank you, and thank you everyone for being here and taking the time.
Thank
Talk
you.
to you soon.
Thank you, Dr.
Tune in to the Ask Dr. Be Good show. For more information on Legacy Preparatory Charter Schools, visit our website, legacypca.com, or call 469-249-1099. And remember to like us on Facebook, where we stream live weekly Tuesdays at 3 p.m.